Hello, my Aquarian friends. Karen Barney, Intuitive Tarot Reader. Thank you for joining me here on Patreon. I do appreciate your support here. Let's do your 90-day forecast, beginning with January. Let's see what's happening for January. So we're going to cover January, February, and March here for my Aquarian friends. 2020, beginning of a new decade. This is your chance to change your life. Happening here for my Aquarian friends. That's two. We only need one. I have here the Major Arcana from the Doreen Virtual Angel deck. What's happening here for my Aquarian friends? Do we have one flip? Oh, I would swear we did, but okay. There it is. January coming out. What do we have? We have Awakening. Wonderful. Awakening. Look at all things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. This is the Hanged Man. This is representative of the Hanged Man, I should say. And then in February, what do we have going on here in February? February for my Aquarian friends. What's happening? February for the Aquarians of this world. What do they need to know about February? There we go. Thank you. This is the Magician. So my Aquarian friends, you know, not only are you the first sign of 2020 to come up, right? January energy, but you are in charge of your own reality here. You are ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. February is going to be a fabulous month, my Aquarian friends. What's happening in March? March, Aquarians. Renewal. All right, so March we have the Judgment card out, or representative of the Judgment card, the Renewal. Review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So January sees you assessing things. February sees you creating the plan and putting it in action, and renewal here. This is where you take off in March, my friends. All right, so let's see what we have going on for January here with the Awakening card. Hanged Man energy, temporary standstill, assessment period. It's important to be yourself. So the message there in January is to be authentic. You know, 2019 was the end of the decade, and things are changing. You know, 2019, the teens there, 2000 teens, from 2010-11 on to today has been a little bit difficult for many signs, and it's time to release that energy. It's time to assess where you want to take it. It's time to decide to be authentic and really live your truth. Here we have the World card closing out the cycle, and now your dreams starting to manifest, your dreams coming into clear vision here with the Seven of Cups. One more card here for January and my Aquarian friends. One more card. And the Hermit, exactly that. Finding your path, my friends. Getting the guidance you might need, but finding your path. Wonderful. All right, let's talk about February. The Magician. What is the plan? How are you enacting it? What are the tools you're going to need for February? February, my Aquarian friends, finds you reflecting on things that might have happened. So you know what? This is, again, period of awakening, a period of reflection, looking at things that did not serve you and deciding what you need to do to manifest a different outcome, my friends. It's happening here in February for my Aquarian friends. Weighing things out, exactly. You want to make sure that you do things differently. Which way should I go? This is another form of the January assessment period, finding your path, seeing your dreams clearly, and working towards those, closing out this period of assessment and looking for your path, finding your path, reflecting on things that have gone on, and weighing out which ones to keep, which ones to release. One more card here, please, for February with my Aquarian friends. Queen of Cups, calm, cool, and collected, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. By the way, this is Virgo too here, the Hermit. So let's look at March. What is happening for March with my Aquarian friends? March. What's happening? This is the Renewal card, the Judgment, the rising up out of the ashes, starting fresh. Renew and evaluate. a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So moving forward, my Aquarian friends, what do we have here? The Ten of Wands, releasing the pressure, my Aquarian friends. Good for you. What's happening here in March for my Aquarians? Hold on. The Seven of Wands. So, you are releasing these obstacles, releasing whatever the conflict is in your life. You're letting it go. It's time to start fresh. One more card here for March, my Aquarian friends. Nope, that's not one, is it? One card. Just one, please. There you go. Wow. The Death card coming in. Okay, again, renewal, Judgment card, Death card, same, almost the same energy. The Death card is a transition. The renewal is coming back to life after that. After something is ended, you're finishing up the cycle here in March, and now it's time to really start fresh. What do we have? Bottom of the deck, yes, a new inspiring direction. Time to move in a new direction here with the renewal card. The Page of Wands is that confidence that you are getting back. It is the exciting new passion that you might be working toward. It is taking things in perhaps a slightly different direction than January, where you found your path, weighing things out in February, and then making some adjustments here maybe. All right, let's talk about these. January, my Aquarian friends, what cycle are you closing out here? What is the cycle that's coming to an end, coming to a close in January? Three of Cups, you have people that you celebrate with, perhaps, that you are leaving behind. Now, let's see what that means here. I have the Three of Cups, which can sometimes be seen as a crowded relationship, but it's also people in your circle, so it might be a situation where you are closing out some relationships. Changing things up in your social circle, perhaps. Now, again, the world is that successful completion, a successful revolution, coming full circle. So this is where you say, oh, you know what, I want to change my life. Maybe I'm not able to be myself around some of these people. If this is a crowded relationship, you may be ending that portion of the life. Where are your dreams taking you? Is there confusion around those with the Seven of Cups? The Seven of Cups can be confusion, can be because you have so many options, my friends, but it can also be that you have choices to make, choices that you can see, and it's tough to make a decision. That's why you need the Hermit there to shine the light on it, my friends. Awakening, assessment period. Look at things from all different perspectives. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. The Seven of Cups here, please, for my Aquarian friends. Justice, making things fair, making things balanced, you might even be making things legal, my friends. What do you do with the Justice card here in January? My goodness, I'm crooked again. Seven of Cups, anything further on the Seven of Cups, or should we move to the Hermit? No, here we go. The Three of Wands, you're looking at your future. You want a balanced future. You want a fair future. Who doesn't? You want to make the right choices that are going to be just for your future. And I mean just as in a sense of justice. What's happening here with the Hermit? Do you need some advice on this? Perhaps you need some legal advice. What's the Emperor? The Emperor is about taking charge. It's about not backing down. It is about, making sure that you are firm in your choices, firm in your decisions, firm in your intuition to follow your path. Follow your own path and be firm about that, my friends. What's happening? Thank you. And the Empress, well, this might be a couple situation, but certainly with the Magician here, you might be firm about what it is you want to create, and that comes from these visions here that you see very clearly for your future, and you want them to be fair and just, my friends. Wonderful energy there. All right, let's talk about February here with the Magician. What is it you are putting together? What is it you are manifesting? Why is the Five of Cups here for my Aquarian friends? The Star card, there you are. You are in reflection mode still in February. And I think that you need to really think about that and decide, make a decision here. You're still weighing things out, but if you don't make some sort of decision, you're going to remain here in this assessment mode and not create what you need to do here in March. The Star card is your card. It is a card of hope and faith and healing, and really just knowing that the universe has your back, also known as a wish card here in the tarot. So let's see what's happening with the Five of Cups. Anything further here? What are we reflecting on? You're only seeing the negative. Maybe things have not worked out in the past. But, you need to have the faith and hope that things will work out. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of work, so it might be something that you're working on. It might be what you're working toward, what you want to manifest here. It might be that you need to put in some real energy into what you want to manifest, but you've got to decide first. You've got to make a choice. Here's the King of Pentacles. You've got to decide, and all right, well, in February, you may have some financial uncertainty that you are weighing back and forth here. The King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo person. Perhaps in your life, we have Virgo here on the table already. But the King of Pentacles is very stable. He's very certain. He's very sure about where he's headed. And I don't know that you are there yet, okay? The King of Pentacles is also very secure. He likes his fine things, and he provides very, very well for his family and his kingdom. So you might be having a little bit of financial issue where you are juggling things and saying, oh my God, is it ever going to work? Is it ever really going to be what I wish for? And the answer is yes. But remember, if you come from lack, if you come from negativity, it's going to remain that way until your vision changes. So you want to make sure that you do change that vision. I have the Temperance card flying out here. That's a card of Sagittarius, but more importantly, it's also a healing card, just as the Star card is. But it's about emotional balance. It's about finding your peace with whatever has gone on, peace with whatever you are reflecting on here, my Aquarian friends. And you want to make sure that you do find peace, because without it, it's very, very difficult to move forward. The Temperance card is it's coming to terms with the way things are. So there might still be a little bit of uncertainty in your life here. You're juggling things, maybe, robbing Peter to pay Paul, as the saying goes with the King of Pentacles. But you are going to find your peace with where you are. It's not necessarily where you want to be, and that's where the Magician comes in. It's time for you to change things. But you need to approach it from a very stable and grounded, very practical manner, and do things, I would say, quietly. The Queen of Cups does not show her emotions. She keeps things to herself. She's very, very intuitive. So I think instinctively you know what you need to do, but you need to be you need to just go about your business in a quiet, matter-of-fact way. How about that? Here's the Queen of Cups. Nice, the Queen of Cups here. For my Aquarian friends, putting together the plan, putting together the right people, quietly assembling the components that you need to take your vision of the Magician, your vision of these dreams from January further, okay? And that comes in March. What's happening with the Queen of Cups? What is it the Queen of Cups is here to tell our Aquarian friends? That's too many. One or two cards, please. Thank you. The Nine of Swords. This plan is not certain, and that uncertainty is kind of got you off balance, and you're trying to regain your balance. Both of these cards, all three of these cards, Justice, the Two of Pentacles, the Temperance card, they're all about balance and bringing balance into your future. So I think February still sees you in a little bit of uncertainty, but you are working on it. But again, you've got to get out of this reflection mode. You've got to get out of this melancholy. You've got to look forward toward a bright future, and you have to have hope that things are going to work out and find your peace with it. It is going to be okay. Now, renewal here in March. The Ten of Wands is where the pressure comes off. You are releasing these obstacles and ending something. Now, what that ends, we're not sure yet, but it is going to bring about that new beginning. Tell me why the Ten of Wands is here, please, for our Aquarian friends. Here we go. The Nine of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So this is an emotional situation that you're likely dealing with, my friends. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. The Knight of Cups is the listen to me. The knight in shining armor, okay? This could be Prince Charming. This is an emotional situation. I'm not suggesting this is love. I don't believe it to be love, but it is something that is going to be very touching for you. It is going to be an emotional situation where you release things, but it is going to be exactly what you wish for, my friends. It's going to be the new beginning that you want. And here I have the Four of Cups. You are now moving toward something that perhaps you didn't see before. This assessment period has now brought in the Magician, and you are able to put together the plan for what it is you want. And now you can recognize what is in fact being offered to you here in this emotional change that's coming in. Knights are the bringers of change. Let's see. The Seven of Wands, releasing the obstacles is what I'm hearing. This might put you in a position of being on top here, able to fight off these challenges here in March, my Aquarian friends. What's going on here? We have the Hierophant. Yes, some sort of contract, commitment, vow, oath. It's also about integrity. So you are on top and doing, I think, the best thing for you, living your authentic self, living in your integrity. And that feels pretty good. You're able to fight off the challenges here with this renewal and able to start fresh, perhaps taking things in a different direction. Doesn't mean that you're doing an about face, but you are changing things just a little bit here. You have won the battle, my friends. The Five of Swords is a card of victory, technically victory, but it's also a card of weariness. It's time to put down the struggle. It's time to end it. It's time to change things. It's time to end whatever has gone on here in the previous decade, perhaps, and change things. What's the Death card here for, please? What are we doing with the Death card? Scorpio energy. Eight of Wands. Things are going to change very quickly once you decide how you want to move forward, my Aquarian friends. And we have the Magician. What you want, my friends, what you planned for, what you're working on, what you have hope for and require balance for is coming in here in March. At least the beginning of it is coming in. The changes are going to start to manifest here in March, and you're going to see them very swiftly come March. So, my Aquarian friends, it sounds like you have a new path to follow that you are in absolute control of. So make sure that you make your plans accordingly. What is it you want to see for your future? We're entering into a new decade here in January, and things are never going to be the same as they were from 2010 to now. What's happening here? Let's find a Goddess Guidance card for our Aquarian friends. What is the best card they can see today for their future, the 90-day forecast? What is it they need to see? One card here for the Aquarians. Sulis, bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. So this is about your self-reflection period, I think, and your planning period here with the Magician. I think that, you will take solace and sustenance from solitude spent in vicinity of a body of water. The water is very calming. It's very peaceful. It's where you're going to find your balance. It's where you're going to find your peace. So even if it's going outside and, taking a drive to whatever body of water is nearby, if there isn't one, then put on some soothing music that has a water background. That's what I would say. Water is incredibly healing, so use that energy to help you. Now let's see, what do we have here for a Moonology card? What is the Moonology advice here for my Aquarian friends between February and March? One card for the Aquarians, and there it is. What do we have here? We have it's the balsamic moon, my Aquarian friends, and it says a time for healing. So there is much healing that needs to be done, which is evident here in February with the Star and the Temperance. You need to heal all of these things that you have been reflecting on, and that may take some work, my friends. It's internal work. It's intuitive work with the Queen of Cups here. It's personal and private work. So if it is solitude that you need here with the Hermit, by all means, go create that solitude and find your path. My Aquarian friends, I do hope this finds you well. If you're listening to me on Patreon, I very much appreciate your support here. I am going to put this out on YouTube since January is your birthday month, my Aquarians, so you will see that there as well. And if you are watching on YouTube, I do hope you look at Patreon and perhaps join me there as well for future readings. If you'd like a private reading, you can certainly go to karmic1tarot.com and look at my schedule and services. And I hope this finds you well. Wish you all the best for the next 90 days. Speak to you soon.